Welcome back everybody to Elite Dangerous. My name, as always, is Maxwell, and today I just thought I'd go over a very quick video of a decent trade run. If some of you are struggling to make some money flying all over the little part of the galaxy that is available and are struggling to make the cash to buy your next ship, then this is probably going to be the trade run for you. I should say I haven't got a massive amount of money, 57,000 I have. But then I've only been playing a couple of days, and then only a couple of hours for those couple of days. Already managed to buy myself a hauler, upgraded from the Sidewinder. That pretty much happened by accident. I was just doing the trade run that I'm about to show you. Maybe for 4 or 5 runs, maybe a little bit more, but I was basically just enjoying the run itself and just having a look at the galaxy and getting used to the controls and everything. And then before I realised that I had like 35,000 credits. And thought, well, it might be about time to upgrade the ship. So basically what you're going to be doing is I am at Ibutus at the moment, which is Chango Dock. And from Chango Dock, you basically want to take fish. Fish is the greatest thing that they export. As you can see, its value is 389, the galactic average is 581, and where we're going to take it, you can get over 600 per ton of fish. So it's over 200 credits profit per item. So basically you just want to fill up on fish. As you can see, doesn't make a dent on the cash that I've got at the moment, but it's the trade run back that's really going to make you the money. So just going to make sure that we are fueled up, and then we want to go ahead and launch. So I know a few of you have been saying that I did half decently enough for my first time piloting. But I think, to be honest, I've gotten a lot more comfortable just in a couple of days worth of playing.
Ship released.
Landing gear. So, just in a couple of days worth of... oh, which is a little bit delayed there. A couple of days worth of playing, I've become a lot more comfortable with the controls now. A lot less nervous. One thing I would recommend is, if you are going to be playing... oh, bear with me 1 second. Right, and we're back. I was just getting a little pop-up there telling me that my text-to-speech voice was activated, which I know it was because I heard it. So you want to set a course for Owlin. Oops. And depending... am I going the wrong way? I am going the wrong way. Depending on how much cash you've got is what you're going to be bringing out of Owlin. Owlin Enterprise it is. So for those of you who aren't wanting to watch the whole video and just want to know what items you trade, I'll probably put that in the description because it really depends on how many credits you've got. Engage.
Drive charging.
So you can see I've got voice attack set up as well. So... it's just really good for housekeeping. So you don't have to remember as many keys. You don't have to develop some kind of squid hands to be able to press all of the various buttons.
4, 3.
Fingers crossed we don't get a crash to desktop as we enter hyperspace. Looks like we're doing okay. So that is good. So any of you guys out there who are having trouble docking as well, I'll probably try and give you some advice. Turn away from this sodding sun. I'll try and give you some advice for smoother docking. Alright, let us have a look. We are wanting to go to Owlin Enterprise, which is up there. I'm going to go a little faster. So yeah, I'll try and give you a few tips as I'm coming in for a docking about how to make your docking procedure a lot smoother, a lot less of a hassle, a lot less of a headache than it probably is right now. It's got to match speed here. Like I was saying in the last video, you do want to try and keep your speed at around 10% of the value of the distance. So at the moment with me going, if you're about to see 5 light seconds, I should be going 0.5 times the speed of light, which I was about 0.5 C, which is C obviously stands for the speed of light. As we say, I'm coming in. I'm pretty much perfect speed here. So we can just ride this all the way, and I can just take my hands off the keyboard and mouse here as long as I'm pointed roughly at Owlin Enterprise, and I should maintain a perfect speed all the way into being able to disengage. It does take a little bit longer than speeding up and super slowing down as you get there, like performing an emergency stop pretty much. But as you can see just there, my speed and distance are pretty nicely matched. As soon as I get within 1,000 kilometers, I can just drop out of Super Cruise, and that'll drop me within 20 kilometers of the station. As long as you're locked on the destination, it doesn't really, and it gives you the safe disengage option in the center. It appears around about there. It doesn't matter how far out you are; it should drop you within 20 kilometers of the station. Just got a little bit more to go. And there we go. Safe disengage ready. So we hit J to drop out of Super Cruise. Or I could have just said engage again for the voice attack. And that would have dropped me out of Hyperdrive. Super Cruise even. And then we got to wait for the painfully... Oh, it wasn't particularly long this time. Right. Easy docking. What you want to do is line yourself up. I'm probably going to come in from the bottom here. Line yourself up with where the mouth is there, and then drop yourself down a little bit, and then just head for that speed. And then what you want to do from here is you could pretty much do it with your eyes closed from this point. It's all just about instrumentation reading at this point. Power engines.
Power diverted to engines.
And we'll just get a little bit extra speed here. So we'll take a look at the contacts panel. We want to go and lock Owlin Enterprise. So what I'm doing here now is I'm watching the little compass to the top right of the radar there. And as you can see, it's a full yellow rectangle at the moment. And what that means is the target is in front of me. So what you want to be doing is just trying to angle yourself. And what you want to be doing is just watching that little rectangle, and as soon as that little rectangle ticks over to be a non-filled in rectangle, power reset.
Power reset.
Just bring us down a little bit more slowly, and as soon as that ticks over to a rectangle like that, you want to hit Alt Stop. Oh no, it's ticked back the other way. It obviously not 100% accurate, these instruments, so you want to just accelerate again and wait until it ticks over to a non-filled out rectangle. And you see, it doesn't really matter. You don't need to be able to see anything. It's all just, this is all just done on instrumentation, and that's the great thing about the instrumentation in Elite Dangerous, is it does provide you with enough information, really, to be able to... Here we go. And if we spin ourselves around, we should be almost exactly lined up with the front door, which indeed we are. We're 5 kilometers out, so we'll just put on a little bit of speed. We'll get the contacts panel open again. Request docking.
Request granted.
And then we'll come in for docking. Now, as you can see, we're slightly off target. It's not exactly, and that's just because obviously we didn't hit full stop exactly at the right time. So all you do is just head below and try and bring the docking port so that it's straight on. Obviously, if you're very new to docking, do not try and do it at this speed, because you'll be in all kinds of trouble trying to do it at this speed. And even if you are an experienced docker, you probably don't want to do it at maximum speed, just because you have no idea who's going to be on the other side of the docking ring there. Pad 31. It could have been anybody just lurking there. There could have been an Anaconda or a Type 9 Heavy, and you could have just smacked straight into the side of them. Landing gear.
Landing gear.
And that would have been the end of you. You would have been destroyed from that. Once you get a little bit more practice in as well, you can come into these landing zones a lot faster than you would have previously. As you can see,
Successful. Engines disengaged.
a lot more confident now with the docking compared to the first time I did it. And that the main thing for that is, obviously, if you're not going to be using a flight stick, the first thing you want to do is go into options and take roll off the mouse y-axis and change it to yaw instead. So straight to the commodities market, we'll find our fish. As you can see, sold for 643 per item. We bought for 389. It's 250 per item. So just taking out the fish, we have made a profit of 4,000 credits. So we're up to 61,000. Now, depending how many credits you've got, you either want to buy from Owland Enterprise agri-medicines for 600 a pop. And they buy them at Chango for about 1,000, I think it was, maybe 800 or 900. If you can afford it, you want to take progenitor cells are what will get you the best profit. But obviously, I can't afford a full cargo bay of progenitor cells, but I can afford probably 9 of them. Is that 9 of them? So I'm going to buy 9. Well, no, I'll tell you what. Actually, if people are struggling to make money, you're probably not going to be able to afford progenitor cells. So I'll take agri-medicines, a full cargo hold of them, 16 for 10,000, and I'll show you what the exact profit is like. So that's the agri-medicines bought, and we go and launch straight away. And this video has been about 11 minutes long so far. So I'm going to try and get to Chango as quickly as possible. See if we can set some kind of record for speed run between Owland and Chango.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Landing gear.
Landing gear.
Again, if this is your first few times docking and undocking, don't do it at full speed, please. Power engines.
Power diverted to engines.
And then we want to set our destination. Wait until we are not mass locked. Power reset.
Power reset.
Engage.
Drive charging.
So let's see if we can dock in Chango within 8 minutes from now. It's going to be a bit of an ask, considering that the Super Cruise is kind of dictated by Super Cruise, with you having to stick it around about 10% of the speed.
2, 1.
And we're kind of at the mercy of the loading screens. Oh, that was a nice quick one. That's good. I think it's probably because maybe Chango is already loaded in sort of memory, because we've just been there. And there we go. We come out, face the sun as normal, drop a little bit of speed, point us away from the sun, as we don't want to burn up. Right, and we want to... Whoops. Nope, we want to set destination for Chango Dock, which isn't behind the sun this time. That's interesting. Right, oh my god, I always forget how far out from Chango it dumps you. Sort of 500 light seconds is a lot further than the last one at Owland, so we might not be able to make this 8-minute deadline, considering we've already been a minute and we're still 300 light seconds out from Chango. But we're dropping the speed nicely, but we are going a little bit too fast. I'm going to take a little bit more manual control of this one's speed, because what you can do... Oh no, and I'm getting an interdiction. Power engines.
Power diverted to engines.
No, it's not. Power engines.
Power diverted to engines.
You basically just want to divert your power to engines. Continue heading towards Chango Dock. Yep, there they are there. There's the NPCs. Engage.
Drive charging.
You just want to hit Super Cruise
3,
as soon as you can.
1.
Which luckily for me was fairly soon. Power reset. That didn't work. Power reset.
Power reset.
Now coming out of an interdiction like that, yeah, you can overshoot your target sometimes. So you've got to be careful, especially when You're heading in towards the planet like that. So yeah, when you come out of an interdiction like that, you can often overshoot your target. Because obviously you've just been kicked back into Super Cruise when you saw it was only 50 light seconds away there. So I think that interdiction there may have messed up, well, not may have, will absolutely definitely have messed up my 8-minute time schedule. It's telling me to slow down, but I don't really need to, considering it's slowing down for me for some reason. Power reset?
Power reset.
Nope, I can't reset the power while in Super Cruise. Okay. Now it's letting me accelerate. So, no, I don't know. We've still got about 4 minutes left. Should be able to do this. Just hammering the Super Cruise key there as we got closer to Chango. Let's see what kind of distance it's dropped us out. Hopefully it's not too far, and hopefully this loading screen isn't too long, and we can get into Chango Dock within 3.5 minutes. If this loads anytime soon, that shouldn't be too difficult. Here we go, 20 kilometers out. We've still got power in the engine, so that's good. Now, with this being the decahedron style, we've got to figure out the axis of rotation. There's the doorway there. You can barely see it thanks to the sun being right behind it, but you can just make out the blue hue there. And use boost to try and get us in there on time. We'll have a look at the contact lock station. Can't request docking at this distance, but what we're going to do is we're going to try and come in a tight arc. And as we get just about close enough, we'll request docking and drop our speed at the same time. And we should be able to just glide in there, and I can show you what kind of profit we make for the agri-medicines we have just bought. Power reset.
Power reset.
Exit.
Request granted.
There we go. Our docking request was granted. We're coming in far too fast at 200 and some meters per second, but that shouldn't be too bad for us. We can start using the left key, which is A, to sort of try and scoot us around as we come in. I'm going to try and do this in an emergency docking fashion. Release that about now. For inertia. Oops, we've dropped way too much of our speed there. What are we on? We are on pad, oops, 34. Pad 34 is, oh god, nowhere to be seen. Are they crashing into each other? I think they are. I do not want to be any part of that whatsoever. Right, should be right below us now using the compass. Oh god. Am I being blind, or can I not see pad 34 anywhere? There it is. Huh. I hate getting these little docking things that are right at the entrance. Landing gear.
Landing gear.
Probably help if I was a little bit straighter. Whoops, did I just crash into the thrust panel? I think I am. Ship's a little bit bigger than I thought. There we go. Well, we did it. We made it to Chango and docked within 8 minutes, I'm fairly certain. Looking at my little timer I've got on the right hand side. Not much time to spare, but We did it. So we head to the commodities market. We take our agri-medicines. Where are they? Agri-medicines. There we go. They sell for 1,000 each here. And we bought them for 650. So we are making 400 profit per item. Which is 6,000 profit per run. As you see, progenitor cells here sell for 7,000, so we'd be making about 1,000 profit per item on each run there. So that is this simple trading run for you for Elite Dangerous. You want to pick up fish from Chango Dock, take it to Owlin Enterprise. From Owlin Enterprise, you want to pick up agri-medicines, and until you can afford it, you want to pick up progenitor cells once you have enough cash to be able to get a full load of progenitor cells. So, thanks very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Elite Dangerous video. My name, as always, is Maxwell. As you can see, flying and docking get a hell of a lot easier as you get a little bit more practice, as long as you take, if you're using keyboard and mouse, as long as you take the roll off the mouse y-axis and put it to yaw instead. You can see you're able, even with the keyboard and mouse without the thrust and stick, you're still able to make some nice maneuvers and dock at some pretty nice speeds. So thanks very much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you next time.